Hey, it's Newtsy, and today we're going to do a quick yoga flow that's an adjunct to the Spine and the Spirit series. And so if you have a block, get that, or if you don't, you can use a thicker book for the yogi squat. But let's get right into our Spine and Spirit yoga flow. We're going to start and end with the yogi squat, and this is something that I would highly recommend that you do every day. And you don't have to do it for a long period. You could do it for a few minutes, a couple times a day, or maybe even just once a day, a little bit longer. But if you have mobility issues, I would say either sit on a book or sit on your block. And we're going to start with our feet about hip distance apart, and we're going to turn them out just a little bit. And so what you want to do then is you want to think about bringing your rear end towards your heels. Okay, so you're going to bring that rear end down, you're going to push that sacrum into the mat, and then we're going to lift up through the crown of the head, and we're going to take our elbows and you're going to push your knees open. And if you can, bring it to prayer hands where your thumbs are together towards your sternum. And if you're more flexible than this, you can also bring your two fists together. But we're going to push those knees apart. We're going to bring the rear end down, whether you're sitting on a book or not. And then you're going to lift through the crown of your head and you're going to hold it right here. And so I want you to close your lips, and we're just going to take a few breaths, yogi breaths, in and out of our nose. So here we go. Inhale and exhale. Count of 5. Inhale. Exhale out the nose. Do a few more right here. Two more. Last one. If you want to do a little bit more advanced version of this, I'm going to do a video where we coming up where we stand up and come down to the yogi squat. It's a little more advanced. But as you start to do this on a regular basis, you'll really end up feeling that you have a surge of energy from the sacred all the way up to the mouth of God, or the top of your brain, actually. But another thing that you can do from right here is you can put your hands behind you, and then you can put your knee down and back up. And what that does is it's really going to give you mobility and flexibility in your hip joint. So we're going to do 5 more right here. 5. Good. 4. Breathe in and out of your nose. 1 more after this one. Here we go. Last one. And let's go to the other side. Let's do 8. Breathe in and out of your nose. 2 more. Good job. 1 more. All right, and then what I want you to do is just sit on your legs, and I want you to roll those shoulders down and back, lifting through the crown, okay, pushing those shoulders down. And then I want you to plant your hand, and we're going to bring that arm by the shoulder. Now, I don't want your shoulder up, but lower that shoulder down, and then lean, and you're going to lift your rib cage, and then I want you to look under your arm. Let's take a couple breaths right here. We're creating room in our side body and our intercostals, like Bruce Lee. Couple breaths. Good. Take it over to the other side. So roll that shoulder down, lifting through the rib cage, looking underneath the armpit. Breathing in and out of the nose. Good. Room in the side body. Now we're just going to flow like a tree. Take it side and side. Good. And other side. Now we're going to go into cat-cow, and if you can't get on your hands and knees, you can do cat-cow right from here. You just put your hands on your knees, and we're gonna do cat-cow. But I want you to start with your knees at least hip distance apart, and your hands are going to track under your shoulders, or you can just do it from your seated position. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the cow by putting our toes up, and then we're gonna sink our back, rolling our shoulders down and back and looking up. And you're really trying to compress that spine by pushing the shoulders down. And then we're gonna release the toe, and we're gonna push up like the Halloween cat. And I want you to push really hard and really tuck that rear end under like the Halloween cat. All right, here we go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale out of the nose and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Pushing into the mat. Inhale and exhale. A few more right here. Looking up, really pushing the rear end up towards the ceiling, shoulders down, and exhale. One more. And exhale. All right, we're gonna push back to child's pose. We're gonna put our feet together and our knees apart. And then what I want you to do is bring your head down to the mat, but your hands are gonna be in a triangle. And just bring your head down. Now take one arm up to the front of the mat. I want your fingers tented, the other one back. And then whatever hand is up towards the front, I want you to move your hips in that direction, head down. Take a couple breaths right here. And other side, we're creating space in the side body. Tent those fingers, palm up, head down, and rear end out towards the side. Big breaths in and out of the nose. Now we're going to come all the way down onto our chest. This is a little more advanced move. You might not want to do it if you're have spine or back issues, so hands underneath the shoulders. Now, we're going to press all of our weight into the tops of our feet. We're going to push up, and if you can, do upward facing dog, and hold it right here. Roll those shoulders down and back, and then look up. Take a couple breaths in and out of the nose. And now we're going to go to downward facing dog. This first one, let's just pedal it out. If you have shoulder problems, you want to turn those fingers out to the side, protect those shoulders and wrists. All right, we're going to ripple back down to upward facing dog. Into the tops of the feet, roll those shoulders down and back, looking up. Couple breaths. And up to downward facing dog. This time I want you to go up on your toes. I want you to bend your knees, and you're really gonna push your rear end up towards the sky. Couple breaths right here. And back down. And back up on your toes. Bend your knees, rear end towards the sky. This time look at your knees. And back down. Again, take it up. And let's do a couple more cat-cows. Here we go. Cow and cat. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Two more. And exhale. All right, bring it all the way down. And Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Up on the toes, bend the knees. Look at the kneecaps. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. One more time through cat-cow. Here we go. Cow. Pushing it up to cat. Really push into those palms, creating space in the back. And cat. Cow. And cat. And cat. Again. Breathing in and out of the nose. Back to upward facing dog. Pushing into the tops of the feet. And downward facing dog, up on the toes. Bend the knees, look at the kneecaps. And down. And up. And down. And up. All right, come back down onto your knees. Let's do that yogi squat one more time. If you can, put those feet a little bit more narrow than shoulder distance apart. Hopefully you feel that you've created a little more room. Pushing in on the insides of the knee, bringing that rear end down, lifting through the crown of the head. Good, if you can put your fists together, pushing it out. Really concentrate and tune in to lengthening the spine. Allowing that cerebral spinal fluid to flow up and down. Good. All right, last but not least, let's do some spinal rolls. So I want you to put your hands on your knees. You're gonna lock out your elbows. If you have a bad back, make sure that you go kind of slow. Good. Three more. Excellent. That's all there is to it for the spirit and the spine, or the spine and the spirit yoga flow. Hopefully if you've enjoyed this, check out my yoga wheel, the spine, the spirit, and the yoga wheel video. I'll link below to where you can get all of these fun little tools. But until next time, work on keeping that spine flexible and be blessed.